How's it going, everybody? It looks like I have lost or not loaded a video. I'm trying to see if it'll load right now. I don't think I loaded last Friday's Bible study. I go to my Bible study page and it goes from Thursday to Saturday. So I'm not real sure what happened. I made like 3 videos, 4 videos that night, and one of them was a Bible study, and I guess I didn't load it. So I'm kind of out of sync, and that's okay. Um, I don't know what happened, but it's all anyway. So here we are in Daniel 7, verse 3. And four great beasts came up out of the sea, diverse from one another. So we're getting back into the end times again, which we were there. We told you the mark of the beast in Daniel 2. Um, what else? Let me see. Let me get a 3. Let me get the 4. It's Nebuchadnezzar, and then 5. 5's the writing on the wall, and then 6. Daniel thrown to the lions. So yeah. So this is it right here. Yeah, 3 was when the boys were put into the oven. So yeah, this is really the beginning of the end times right here. That video is still loading. So let's get on with it. And 4 great beasts came up out of the sea, diverse from one another. And the first was like a lion and had eagle's wings. And I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. And behold, another beast, a second like a bear. Okay, it looks like something's going on. Hang on just a second. Yep, couldn't figure it. Anyway, and I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked up, and it was lifted from the earth, and it made it stand up on its feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. And behold, another beast, a second like a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in its mouth, and of it between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, Arise, devour much flesh. And after this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had unto it 4 wings of a fowl, and the beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly. And it had great iron teeth, again with the iron mixing with clay. The final kingdom, and then the final kingdom is not just the metal or age of tanks and airplanes and things made of steel and wars and World War I and World War II, but then it morphs into the technology. And the ghost is in the machine, and that's Iron Man and Machine Head song and Iron Man song and Iron Man movie, and it's the iron mixing with clay, like we got into in Daniel 2. That's on the playlist. I goofed up something out of Daniel. I think it was Daniel 5 or something. Anyway, um, so let's highlight Great Iron Teeth if I'm even logged in. There it goes. Not logged in. Well, isn't that something? It's been one of those nights, let me tell you. It had great iron teeth. It was already highlighted, and it devoured and brake into pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts before it, and it had 10 horns. Now, this might, yeah, anyway. And I considered the horns, and behold, one of them became another little horn, and the little horn is the Antichrist. Just like trump is a horn and a horn is a trump, they're both synonyms, they're the same things. And Jesus said the Antichrist would be here in his own name. And the horn, which we get into verse uh, Trump Tower, is 721 through 725 Fifth Avenue. And when we get to Daniel 721, it literally says the horn made war with the saints. In verse 25, it says, shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Matching Trump Tower's 5 multiple addresses matches Daniel 721 through 725. And the address is 721 through 725. And in Daniel's passage, it's the horn making war with saints. And Jesus said the Antichrist would be here in his own name, and a trump is a horn, and a horn is a trump. So if I lost you there, that's why I kind of repeated a few things a few times. I consider the horns, yeah, there we go, and a little horn, before of whom there were three of the first horns plucked up by the roots, and behold, in his horn were eyes like a man, and a mouth speaking great things. And yes, everything's great now, that comes out of his mouth. It's always amplified. It's never something normal. It's always something polarizing. It's always something obnoxious, whether it's obnoxiously funny, obnoxiously good, or obnoxiously horrible. He's just always, there's never a normal, simple anything. But this mouth speaking great things, it is talking about the abomination of desolation when he declares himself to be God and all that. I beheld till the thrones were cast down. Now, everything highlighted in the gold or the yellow here, that's God winning. So this whole Daniel 7 will go back and forth with God winning, and then Daniel describing or getting back into the description of the Antichrist, and it'll be back to God winning. So tonight's study ends with God winning verse. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days is the God of the Bible, did sit, whose garment was white as snow. This is a sovereign God, and the hair was of his head like pure wool, and his throne like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. And that's President Snow as the bad guy in the Hunger Games series. Let's move over to our Matthew study. Continuing on, Matthew 12. How much then is better a man than a sheep? Wherefore it is lawful that do well on the Sabbath days. Then he saith to the man, stretch forth thy hand. And he stretched it out, and it was restored whole like the other. And the Pharisees went out and held counsel against him, how they might destroy him. And when Jesus knew it, he withdrew himself from the area, and the great multitudes of people followed him, and he healed them all. Why are they following him? Because they've been baptized by the Holy Spirit. What came first, chicken or the egg? You have to be baptized with the Holy Spirit before there's any goodness or understanding of the truth or Jesus in you. And charged them that they would not make him known, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by Isaiah the prophet, saying, behold, my servant, whom I have chosen, my beloved, in whom my soul is well pleased. I will put my spirit upon him, and he will show judgment to the Gentiles. He shall not strive nor cry, neither shall any man hear his voice in the streets. A bruised reed shall he not break, and smoking flax shall he not quench, till he send forth judgment unto victory. And in his name shall the Gentiles trust. And was brought unto him one possessed with the devil, blind and dumb, and he healed him. Remember, all these miracles are what he does to the sheep today. He gives us eyes to see the truth, a mouth to speak the truth, and ears to hear the truth. With the devil blind and dumb, and he healed him, insomuch that the blind and the dumb both spake and saw. And the people were amazed and said, is this not the son of David? I'm glad you're here. I love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.